Good morning, y'all. It is day 3 of our Maine fishing adventure. Looks like rain for the rest of today into tomorrow. So what's the old saying? Early bird gets the worm. Also, just early bird gets the fish, and if you get up late, you won't get the fish for the next 2 days. So we are up before the sun. No, I shouldn't say that. Sunrise was at 5:20. I think I got down here at 5:25, and we will see if we can catch any bass. Well, it is not warm. It's not warm. I should have wore jeans. Didn't wear jeans. That's a fact. Whew. Wind is cold. Fish on. That's why we get up early. That's why we get up early. Jeez. Oh, he's a good one. Man, could use my dad from those earlier videos. Ho 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 ho. That actually may be our largest bass of the outing. Oh. This guy's a tank. Oh man. All right. He said, son, you can't hold me. One-handed like that. Give y'all a quick look-see. That is a tank. That's a good looking bass. Man, I didn't realize how big he was. Tough to net a big bass like this when you're by yourself. And when you got a trout net. Give you some water, bud. I'm gonna hook you. I'm gonna get a weight on you. All right, gonna get a weight on this bad boy. Oh, 2 pounds, 12 ounces. So he's just under 3 pounds. How many ounces are in a pound? I thought it was 12. 16. Oh. Yeah, you got it. Time to release our almost 3 pound buddy. It's a beautiful fish. Give him one last look. I think the sun's gonna be a little bit better this way. Nice fish. He's got that mark there, so we'll see if we catch him again. Looks like a bird tried to get him before. Oh, really? Yep. And then we've been keeping him in the water almost the entire time. He was ready to go. Alrighty, well that bass is the biggest of our journey thus far. And I didn't really realize how big he was until I got the weight on him. So our biggest before him was 2 pounds, 2 ounces. He came in at 2 pounds, 12 ounces. So, as my mother stated, about 2 pounds and 3/4. So he's pushing that 3 pound bass. Be awesome to catch another pickerel. It's a cool fish just because it's one that's not very prevalent where I live. Oh. Oh man, it's a small jaw. My good friend. Yes. I know it's got to be a smallmouth because no largemouth is going to jump that high out of the water. Oh, I love these guys. I'm so excited to see one. Yes. That is sick. Oh man, we've been catching nothing but largemouth, y'all. On this trip, I've probably caught 60 some largemouth, and I have been dying to see our friend, the beautiful smallmouth bass. And nevertheless, he is here. He's not huge. We've actually caught bigger ones back home. But man, I forgot how much better these things fight than largemouth. It just took one fish to remind me. You're a beautiful fish. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get my picture with him. And I'm gonna get and then I'm gonna release him. That's it. All right, people, lure's out. Fish is beautiful. I mean, smallmouth bass are the best. They really are. And this fish is ready to go. I can just tell he's gonna take off like a rocket. There he goes. One of the things I will say, people, if you're catching your fish and you're taking pictures, like I'm taking pictures with these, wow, there's a loon, that's awesome. One of the best things you can do for the fish is if you have a net, and even if you don't, make sure you try to keep them in the water as much as possible, right? Even when I'm going to get my camera set up, got my fish in the water, getting a camera set up on something like this, or a family member's taking the picture for me, and make sure I have it ready to go. Pull them out, quick picture, put them back in. Same thing with the scale. Pull them out, quick wait, put them back in, unhook them, gone, on their way. Just want to increase all the fish's chance of survival. You know, those big ones are the breeders, and we hope they keep breeding because they're going to produce more fish like that for future generations. And also, let's be selfish about it for us in a couple of years. That is a loon. That little bird out there made that noise. All right, people, we're having a great morning. 2 quality fish. And this lake is funny. When I think of Maine and I think of bass, I think of smallmouth. I don't think of largemouth. For some reason, the ratio of largemouth to smallmouth here is like 75 to 1. I was talking to my cousin who comes up here a bit more than me, and he said the same thing. He caught a monster out of here. We didn't catch a monster, but we caught a nice one that made my morning good. That largemouth was like a cup of coffee, and that smallmouth like a shot of espresso. So I am very awake, and I'm gonna keep fishing. Who knows if we'll get any more? But it seems like these fish know a storm's coming because they are biting. Oh, that's the biggest one yet, maybe. And I don't have my net. I wasn't expecting to catch a big one over here. Two options. What are we gonna do? Do we go back for the net? Y'all people are watching me get caught in 2 minds here. I guess we should get a look at it first. Shucks. Okay, we're gonna jump it. Sorry, bud. Whew. He felt like he was the biggest one yet, but I don't think he was. But I think he is a solid 2-pounder. I'm gonna get a quick measurement on him. Okay, you ready, y'all? £1 14 ounces. So pushing almost 2 pounds. Unhook. Quick look for the people. And he's gone, kinda. Well, he's right there. And now he's gone. Honestly, when I came out today, I thought, maybe I'll catch a bass. Like, maybe I'll catch one. And we've caught 3 nice bass. I tell people this all the time. I usually cut the video after I catch it, but what y'all don't see is I do a couple things. I check my lure. Still looks pretty good. I do this and I check my line, and what I'm doing to see is, am I feeling any rough parts? And I'm feeling some rough parts down here, because basically that fish was hooked and he was rubbing against some rocks, and that damaged the line. So this is 10-pound test. Just became weaker in this spot. And as fish continue to rub on the rocks, your line's gonna get weaker and weaker until it eventually snaps. And I don't want anybody to lose a nice fish. So that's why I'm telling you all about that, just in case you are new to bass fishing. And I mean, experienced bass fishermen know this. No, experienced bass fishermen and fisherwomen's, women's, whatever. Y'all know it. But for those of you who are new, just something to check. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my scissors, cut it, tie it back on. Well, that's gonna be a wrap on morning fishing for day 3 in Maine, and probably honestly just a wrap on day 3 because the weather is turning. It's supposed to rain all day. It just started raining as I was finishing up, which is fine because the bite turned off. We started the morning off great with 3 really nice bass, and that happened within the first hour. And I fished for another hour and didn't get another bite, so I think my luck kind of ran out, and that's all right because the storm's rolling in anyway. Good morning, y'all. I'm a little tired, and it's day 4. It's going to be kind of similar to yesterday. Weather's supposed to be terrible all day. This place is silent. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm kind of tired still. But let's see if we can catch any big bass. First cast. First cast with that big old wacky rig. This is my first time ever using a wacky rig. Oh, dang. Just know there's rocks over there. Keep him up. He might be bigger than I'm thinking. I know he's decent fish, but jeez, he's good. Should have invested in a bass net before I came. Oh, he looks kind of similar to all the other ones we've been catching. .6, 2.8. Chunky buddy. All right, y'all. let me just give you all a look because the rain has picked up. We're gonna nice fish here, solid fish, 2 pounds 6 ounces, and then we're gonna give them a little release. And I think we're gonna have a short morning because it is starting to rain pretty hard. The rain started, so I'm gonna head in. I might be back out if it stops. So we're definitely calling it a pretty early morning. I knew the weather was gonna be pretty bad today, but just to recap, I threw that Hellgrammite for 15-20 minutes, maybe 6-7 casts. I'm not sure, it might not have been that long, but didn't get any bites, initial bites, and switched to that wacky rig, which was just a red Senko. And on the first cast, as it was dropping, boom, that bass nailed it. So I'm gonna have to try that lure and that rig a little bit more.